Welcome everybody to yet another Coffee Time with Hako, the show where I have my morning coffee and then I app off into the void. Well met peeps, straight latte in a The Last of Us mug. So, what are we gonna yap about today? Well, we're obviously gonna be yapping about the 2.2 live stream. I just got done watching it live and, you know, we talked about it afterwards, but now I've collected my thoughts a little bit more. So, let's talk about it. First and foremost, I don't think it gave too many curveballs, except the big goddamn curveball that Soldier Zero Ambi is getting buffed. Now, the way they worded this, sorry, I just have a cat on the keyboard. The way they worded this, you know, it's not a question in my mind if she's getting buffs or not. I think the actual wording was something like, oh, Soldier Zero Ambi is like right now doing some training to unlock her hidden potential. Now, if we go and look at Ellen, should we take a little bit of a look at what the buff is actually called? Oh, it's called Potential. So, activate Potential on and off. So, I think it is with 99.99% certainty, Soldier Zero Ambi is getting buffed. Now, I don't think that too many people saw this coming, but honestly, to me, it does make a little bit of sense. As someone pulled Soldier Zero Ambi and her engine, you know, don't mind the build, I will say that she feels like one of the most undercooked characters that they ever released, and I've seen that like sentiment echo throughout the community. It's not that she's objectively bad, it just feels like there's some like certain parts missing. Maybe it was rushed, you know, what else? I just feel like there could have been more depth added into her, and I think that's what they're doing now. They're making Soldier Zero Ambi deeper. And I know a lot of people have been hoping for like Jane buffs or UGM buffs, but honestly, like, we kind of got what we expected with those characters, and I do think that they, like, still hold up. Like, Soldier Zero still holds up. It just feels like she's lacking, you know, a certain amount of depth. So, me personally, I am super fine with them buffing Soldier Zero Ambi, and I'm really looking forward to it. After we moved away from the 1.5, I haven't found myself using Soldier Zero Ambi, you know, too much, but hopefully that will change, like, especially with her synergizing really well together with Orphe and maybe Seed. So that was obviously the big curveball, the SANBY buffs, and people might be confused like why are we not getting the buffs dispatched, you know, together with the squad mates. There were some good points that came up during my live stream of it, like one is, you know, they obviously want to sell Seed, which is also an electric attacker. Making Ambi too good, you know, before Seed releases might hamper Seed sales. But also I think that they're timing it put together with a rerun that I think is pretty guaranteed is going to be the patch after. So 2.3, I think we can expect to see a Soldier Zero Ambi rerun together with her new buff. We also got information regarding Seed and Orpheus, and they look really freaking cool. Seed is going to enable like the first ever like mono attacker team that the game has ever seen, and I really like the way that she will take like that other attacker and like they will create a bond together, and she will buff that attacker when she does stuff, and that attacker will buff her when they do stuff. So it's going to be like a very like quick switchy team between Seed and whatever other attacker we pair it with. My hope is obviously that it will work great together with Ellen, but we'll see. And this is the kind of things I like in the game, like when they add new stuff that we haven't seen before, and I gotta say, Orphe and Seed, they're probably like the most unique agents that we've had in the game so far. Orphe as well seems to be doing some pretty wild stuff. She also provides like an attack buff to the team, scaling off her energy regen, which is something that we haven't really seen before, so I fully expect her engine to, you know, be main stat energy regen, or have it as like a big part of her substats on the engine. We also got a sneak peek at the 2.2 story, which in my opinion looks very goddamn cool, and like once again I feel like they're giving a lot of attention to the moon. I've been saying this for a long time now. I think it's, you know, sometimes, probably in the near future, we are gonna be heading to the moon, or the moon, like the moon hollow, is gonna be involved in the story somehow. Does that mean that sexy alien firehands are coming? Probably. We're also getting a new Deadly Assault boss that just looks, I don't even know what to call it. Viewers, what are we calling this? It just looks insane, and I think had they made this one a playable character, you know, yeesh. And someone put in the chat while we're watching, like, why are the Earios getting sexier? I don't know, but this design is absolutely something. And we'll be able to like check recommended engines in-game, just like how we can check like recommended disc sets. So anybody trying to make a living off YouTube, you know, making guides, well, you know, the game is trying to take a lot of, you know, that land away from us. But I think that this is a great thing, and it is very, you know, convenient to be able to like check it in-game. We're also getting 2 new disc sets. One disc set that is all about basic attacks. fully stacked up and is easy to keep stacked up, it will give you 55% basic attack damage. Now I can see that this, might be the shit on Ellen, for example. But once again, it does nothing for EX special attacks, ultimates, chain attacks, etc. So, testing will have to be done if it actually pulls ahead. I am a little bit skeptic, but we'll see. Some other older aliens that might benefit massively of this is Juju Ann and Soldier 11. Potentially, we will see. Maybe we can even make a very, very, nasty DPS trigger with it as well. We'll have to find out. We're also getting a new support disc set that will provide 18% increased damage after a support character that's wearing it has done as the EX special or ultimate, so it's gonna be super easy to keep up. And I could see every single support in the game except us switching to this one as the new best installed disc set. And you know how I was saying that I think Yusua is gonna get her designated support set in the upcoming patch? Well, here it is. So overall, I think it was a great live stream. Nothing too unexpected, except the SANBY buffs. I did not think that she was going to be first up. Although, like I said, I think it's a good decision to fix her first. And I'm just super excited to see, the second character getting buffed now, because now we kind of got a feeling of how often we can expect these things. Also, I gotta say, I know not everybody in the community loves the design of Seed, but I don't know, Seed really grew on me during this live stream. She kind of gives me Bernice energy. Kind of an idiot, and I do like the idiot vibe. And I think it's gonna be very interesting to see her and get to know more about her and Orphe's story. So I'm super excited about 2.2, and the live stream just made me more so. Dear viewer, what did you think of the live stream? What were some of your highlights? What do you like the most? Do you wish that there had been something more announced? And now, who do we think is coming up in the 2.3? I keep thinking Isolde is probably playable, because I don't know, I feel like Isolde will either be playable or she is the new Deadly Assault boss. And one of the last snippets we get to see in the story is her, I think, touching her little stone rose that she has on her chest. So I think the next part of the story will unveil a bunch of stuff about Isolde. So in that case, maybe we get Manato and Isolde next patch. But we'll see, and I really, really like that we don't know what's gonna be coming up ahead, as far ahead as we know in, say, Genshin or Honkai Star Rail, because to me that helps keep things more exciting. So everybody, let me know your thoughts down in the comments, and as always, have a massive hug, and thank you so much for watching. Until next time, Hako out.
Oh, I wish that you could just take it easy, lay back fast the way I roll. So get off my tail, or else you will get to say hello to my jolly shark.